What's up, y'all? How's it going? It's Tony, your favorite guy, back here with another amazing YouTube video. I don't make these just because this truck's broken. I do actually enjoy working on it. This truck's got a pretty damn big problem, and the transmission shop wants big money to fix it. So let's get this thing up on the lift and show you guys what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh, brother, look at this huge dually up on this damn lift. So if you look closely on the floor here, you'll see a huge puddle of transmission fluid, and that is our problem of the day today. So a little backstory is, well, I got some history with this transmission, and I think I need to sit down and let you guys know what happened. At first, I thought it was leaking from the back of the transmission pan. I thought the gasket was just going bad, and all I had to do was drain the oil and drop the pan and replace it, and boom, boom, whatever, good as new. So I did that, dropped the pan. Long story short, I put in a new internal filter in there, put the new gasket on, put it all up, do all that work just to come and find out it's still leaking. I'm like, why? And I look just a little bit above the transmission pan, and let me show y'all what's going on. So at a first glance, just looking at them bolts, I had thought that the gasket was our problem, but if you actually look a little bit further, you'll see a ton of wires that goes into the transmission. Now, admittedly, I made a horrible attempt to try to JB weld this thing up, but you can see that you got a pass-through seal here, and basically that goes inside the transmission with all them wires. And that is what is leaking so bad, is this transmission pass-through seal here. And that's what my problem is. Just out of curiosity, I called up my transmission shop. Basically, I just called up and I said, hey, if I don't want to do this, just to have y'all do this and put in this new harness into the transmission pan, how much do you think it'd be? And he tells me, oh, well, by the time things are said and done, yada, yada, we're looking at $1,000 or more to get the job done. And I'm like, you have to be kidding me. For one of the more expensive ones, it's only like $100-something for the harness. He says they do them all the time. And I've seen the videos, it's really not that bad to do, I don't think. And I'm just like, oh my goodness. If I can't do the work on this truck myself, I would be screwed. So that's what we're here doing now. I have the replacement harness that we need, and we're gonna put this sucker in. It really shouldn't be that bad. We just gotta drain all the fluid, take that pan out, take the old harness out and put the new one in, and hopefully we don't get caked in transmission oil too bad. But let's get into it. We're gonna get this tranny drained, and yeah, man, we're just gonna get into it. This bullet is 15 millimeter. 100% plan to reuse this tranny oil just because we literally just put this tranny oil in not very long ago at all. So if we can reuse it, we're definitely gonna reuse it because this shit is so expensive for this good tranny oil. Boom. I'm gonna take this external tranny filter out here real quick, and that's gonna be dripping everywhere too. And I only got one bucket, so yep, absolutely everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. On. All right, so your supporting bolts all around this thing are 13 millimeter, and we're gonna snap all these loose. And now this thing can come down like so. And it's filled with oil. Oh yeah, I should probably have put that damn cap back in. Fuck me. This is gonna come down as well. It'll just pop down like that. Oh, god damn it. All right. So the more you do this job, the more you understand why the transmission shop is charging $1,000. I got fluid everywhere. This green seal here, this green ring is what goes bad. And basically it goes like this way. And once transmission fluid gets past that O-ring, that's that. It's gonna start leaking all outside that thing, and that's what's been happening. So I'm gonna go ahead and unplug it from the outside and just start unhooking all this stuff and get this new one in. So right there, and then at the same spot on the back side here, need to be pinched in, and I believe that's what allows this thing to release. All right, there we go. So there's that popped out. All right, boom, just like that. Yep, there's just a couple tabs. I just pulled them in with a pick. This thing pushed right in, nice. Oh, you didn't even gotta do that. It'll just peel up and off that. Easy enough. All right. This gray clip just slides up and over that little pink tab and that'll come out. Whoa, what was that? There we go. All right. Seems like when we put this thing back in, we're gonna have to do it kind of like that way, because that's how this thing slid out easy. This plug, this all is gonna kind of go. All right. You know what? That's really not that bad at all. All right, that just pops in. That's in, that's in. 1, 2, 3. Sweet. All right. Dang, dude. Basically done. That's everything plugged in. Here's our old harness. I have no clue how old this thing is. It may be original. I have no idea. But there's that gasket there as to where it was actually leaking specifically. I'd have to sit here and stare at it. But, I mean, looks pretty swelled up. I'm not surprised that fluid was getting past it. So, yep. Got that pan cleaned up real nice. Got this gasket cleaned up real nice. She's ready. Ready for some RTV. This gasket only goes one way, which is that way. And I thought you guys are crazy. You know, you guys are freaks. And so I figured you'd appreciate if I cleaned the bolts. So I cleaned all the bolts. So I hope that does something for you, me cleaning these, because I about took my hand off cleaning these in the angle grinder. Ow! Ow! Woo! That hurt. All right, make sure you don't forget this stupid magnet that goes all the way up there. Tight as it needs to be. Pretty much the only thing left to do is just plug this plug in, which should just plug in, just like that. That plug back in there, and pretty much it. All right, well, it's the next day, and look how pretty she looks up there in the sky like a damn 10,000 pound bald eagle. Time to bring her down, get some fluid in her. I don't know why, but I left the windows open, so this thing's just had the windows down for like 2 days. Oh man, I still did it. I got fucking greedy. Fuck. Alright. No extra lights. Not freaking out on me. Beautiful. Well, I guess I gotta figure out whatever the hell that means. So basically when you try to put it in reverse, that message comes up on the dash and you can't move it. It actually will go forward. All the other gears work, but not reverse. So I'm not gonna get too upset about it. I'm just gonna call it a night for right now. I'll come back when I got more daylight, maybe this weekend or something. And basically just gonna have to drop that pan again, drain all the fluid out, go look up in there, see what I did, replace it, put it back up, redo everything one more time, and hopefully we're good. But what do you do? All right, well, it's the next morning, and so I drained the fluid out. I went to take the pan down, I unbolted it, and the pan was just stuck up there with no bolts or anything. So I went to go grab a rubber mallet, and boom! Fucking pan drops, fluid everywhere, all over my ladder that I have to use today for work. So now I'm gonna be slippery all day. But anyways, I already see the problem right there. It looks like this thing just came out. I don't know if, hopefully that was already like that, and that's what our problem is. Ooh, lucky, lucky me. So, when them fell out, I thought it was only two. And I found one on the floor, but it turns out, nope, all three of them had the clip. I just found this clip on the floor over there. And thank God I did, because they weren't going to be able to get this little guy for 10 days. 10 days, and it probably would have been 30 bucks. So I'm just going to go ahead and pop this back in where it's missing. And hopefully we're good. I mean, hopefully that was all the problems that, you know, we're having. Yet another long day at work, getting home at 6:30 here. So basically all I need to do is finish bolting this thing up real quick and put some fluid in her and see what happens. And hopefully our problem's fixed. Well, the moment of truth's gonna be when I try to go into reverse here, so see what it does. Ooh, we got reverse. Sweet. We're gonna get this thing up off the lift. Oh, it feels good to stretch the old lady's legs out. She has not been ridden around in a couple weeks for sure. So I'm gonna take her down the street, make sure I go through all the gears, make sure everything feels good, seems good, sounds good. All right, well, we got her on the road. So far, everything's feeling really good. Everything feels good, so we're gonna call that a victory lap, and I guess I'll probably come back out in the morning to make sure there's no leaky leaks, but I think we've done what we came to accomplish here, everybody. All right, dude, well, 465,000 miles on her. She's just getting broken in. I'm feeling good, dude. I'm feeling real good. Looking money. Money. I'm not gonna lie to you guys right now. I'm pretty fired up. All right. I think everything's coming together really, really nice. I got the windows rolled down in the back for the first time. We got these windows fixed. We got them speakers put in the last video. This truck sounds good. You know, I got my mullet blowing through the wind as I'm driving down, and just knowing that that big ass leak is gone is getting me fired up. And you know what? I'm happy. I'm super happy. Things are actually coming along with this truck. We're doing what we want to do. We fixed the AC, we fixed them windows, we fixed, you know, them speakers, we've fixed this leak now, and things are actually starting to feel like they're really coming along. So I'm fired up, man. I'm fired up. I think it's finally time. Woo, that I crack a celebratory brewski. I want to take a minute and say I really appreciate y'all watching this series. This is something that I was going to do whether or not I recorded it, and I thought it'd be a good idea to record all of the progress because I was going to be doing it anyways, and y'all are killing it, man. I think the last video's got almost 5,000 views. You guys are consistently watching them. It's awesome, and we got a lot of exciting stuff coming up. More work getting done to this truck, some other stuff. And I'm gonna keep trying to make these videos for y'all, make them better than ever. And hell yeah, brother, I appreciate y'all watching, and I appreciate y'all. About 6 more of these and I can go drive.